We have to stop inviting these thug rappers on the big platforms, not because we hate thug rappers, well I kind of do, but because they just be too ignorant sometimes. And I understand it's merely a symptom that comes from growing up in a harsh environment, but the backlash is getting a little too cray, because why is Lil Baby going on a Plaqueboymax stream and asking this nigga to split 50% revenue? That is actually one of the most—
I thought they were going on there for exposure. I thought, if anything, I thought like beforehand you should ask for like a cash settlement instead of on screen, on camera, talking numbers. I thought that was like a cardinal sin. I thought we just didn't do that. I thought that was like, you know, a thing.
Most absurd things I've heard recently, especially because, let's keep it real, exposure in the song they make live plus whatever Lil Baby makes from its release is all the compensation he deserves. Max is huge in the space. He got a smidge of motion, and generally speaking, going on his platform can give you a little stimmy boost. Well, that's if what you make is hard, but I'm yambling. Today, I just wanted to talk about how entitled Lil Baby is and how this was probably the worst In the Booth I've seen. Y'all know I'm the hood Socrates. And let's start. Okay, so first things first, y'all should know what In the Booth is by now. It's a streaming series where Max invites a rapper on and they make some music, chill a little bit, maybe talk about life. It's a fusion between a studio session and an interview-ish. Because Max really ain't an interviewer, but having candid conversations on stream can act like an interview, because if I'm talking to you, I'm finna to learn a little bit about you, and that's facts. But the crazy thing that happened first was that Lil Baby was asking for half of the stream revenue, which for some reason, the nigga Max was low-key going for it.
I could take the cam off so niggas don't see you rapping and shit.
No, you understand. You
okay, I'm listening.
Money down.
Yeah. Okay.
You know how that all is.
Okay.
Crazy, man.
So you gotta put money down. Wait, explain to me. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
You understand everything else I've been talking about the whole day.
Okay, so you saying niggas gotta break bread with the stream for you to rap?
Nah, you gonna bust the screen down.
Wait,
we split.
Okay, so we split the stream.
That's what he just said. So people have to break bread with you to get you to rap on stream, right? We're on stream right now having this conversation. Is he on something? Is that what's going on here? But I'm missing something, because he ain't used to move like this.
Revenue for you to rap.
Yeah. Not for me to rap. We doing that anyway. I'm already on here.
Oh, type. Oh, you just saying split the shit out.
Then I'd be like, okay, I'm finna go in my motherfucking watch shit.
And wow,
and whoever said I had to ghostwrite, I really do this shit like 10 minutes too. It ain't gonna take long at all.
Okay. Let's do it then.
But go to the front and see if it's working.
Now look though, I gotta see how much the stream made after, and then we're gonna talk.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk.
I just feel like it's really an audacity thing to think you're entitled to.
And then he also clearly doesn't know how streaming revenue works, because you don't know how much you made off your stream until after the stream, because it's based on how many commercials got ran during the stream. So if you ask at the beginning of the stream, we don't even have a ballpark estimate that we can give you, right?
Someone's stream earnings, especially when you're an artist who is trying to appear on their platform. Also, I wanted to split the clip up in 2 sections just to make it easier to talk about. It is a 2-minute clip, but it was just frying me so bad because I don't recall any other artist asking for some stream revenue. I'm not saying Lil Baby shouldn't value his time or even underestimate his worth as an artist. I just think an In the Booth stream plus a hard ass song would be a viral moment, and that's the payment. He also didn't make a hard ass song. Max's chat quickly caught on to the buffoonery and was low-key like, this nigga scamming a little bit.
Wait, hold on, is you scamming me?
Scamming you?
I mean, shit, they just screaming scam. Like, what is these niggas saying that shit?
Well, ain't nothing happened yet.
Yeah, no, I'm already knowing.
Extortion.
No scamming.
Now, when you come and do something for somebody on the screen,
yeah.
Then when they try to work you, you gotta show them like, hey, I'm a real businessman. This is what I do. You know?
Yeah.
You at my house, we chilling.
You just said a whole lot of nothing. Yo. I can't stand. What did you actually say right there, Lil Baby? Talk to me. Somebody come to your house, break bread, just show me you a business. Real, if we want to talk about businessmen, like businessmen, not regular businessmen, businessmen, they don't break bread with everybody. They only do stuff for personal gain, right? So I don't think that's what you're talking about. I think you're talking about on a friendly level. And even then, right, there's a little crossover, but there's some tact there.
Facts. This is broker, and I appreciate you dead ass for giving me this hospitality. Hospitality.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. So look.
What would be the scam?
So look, right? When I be having niggas on, niggas be pulling up whether I'm at their crib, they
they be thinking little nigga be scamming, so I want to know what the scam is.
All right, chat. Look. Scam. I think they saying you scamming
for saying on behalf of the chat.
Yeah, because they want to see you rap, bro.
So what about what part about that is the scam?
Because they think you don't want to rap and you're not rapping. You get what I'm saying?
No, but how's that a scam?
Because
I ain't tell y'all to come here to see me rap. Who the I'm scamming? You said 50% jigging. What?
Then what are you there for?
They just using the word scam loosely. Like,
Oh, they don't know scam.
what
Maybe it's just like scam. It might be
just
like
as
the
a bad word, and it don't matter what it means.
okay, so look, right?
Thank
So
you,
now
thank
we
you,
talking
thank you.
about, like,
Hey,
me
shout out
and
to
you
light
and
skin, bro.
shit.
And apparently at this time he was kind of dodging making music, and he was dodging to the point where his chat thought he wasn't even gonna make a song, so the viewers felt like he was just trying to get a bag, pull a Cardi, and bounce without really doing anything. And also the whole payment shit should have been settled pre-stream. Why was it not settled pre-stream? Especially since Lil Baby talked about being a businessman. The business thing to do would be to have your payment stuff settled from how you're receiving to how much you're receiving. Lil Baby being on stream with Max was reminding me of the 504 and Lil TJ situation.
Facts.
Because once again you have an ignorant rapper not listening and just kind of being a general mood killer. The next thing I peeped was Lil Baby's buzzkill energy. And what I mean is that Plaqueboymax low-key got the tism, so he's prone to dancing and emoting, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, it's just catching the vibe, man. Let me preface this part for you though, because Max made 31 beats for this nigga. 31! And that's crazy, because how you put time aside to give a dude that many options?
I know y'all don't know the names of the beat. What we gonna do?
Can't they see us?
Nah, they can't. Now they can't. Yo, write the name of the beat I with. Now look, I got 31 beats. I was listening to this shit all day on some super prepared professional. You feel me? So, you feel me? Hopefully there's some bangers in this bitch, and they'll let us know what they fucking with. Chat, I'm gonna run through real quick. Remember the names of the ones you with.
So after showing Lil Baby the 31 beats, a clip of them gets posted where Max is trying to vibe out and everyone is in the room just quiet and staring at him.
Why are you making a face?
I just low-key think that's a weird environment to be in, and obviously I don't know these guys personally.
Bro, I couldn't be caught in a situation like this. You actually couldn't pay me to feel this awkward around somebody. Like, my time is worth more. I'm going to be deceased one day. I'm not about to spend my time with, bro, this is like the biggest contrast between him doing something with these guys and then like him being in a room with even like just the regular FaZe crew. If they had a project going on and they were even doing some BS, just fake making music or just doing an album listening party, they would all be turned. Now, everybody wouldn't be doing the same thing. Everybody wouldn't be on the same wavelength or wouldn't be like doing the same stuff, doing the same vibes, but everybody would be on the same wavelength in the fact that they would all be enjoying themselves and nobody would look at anybody weird or be sitting there quiet. That just don't make sense. What are we doing? Yo. This is one of those collabs that we could have left in the vault. I'm not gonna lie, we did not need to see this.
But there's clearly a disconnect. And it's funny because I feel like I low-key be on the same time, man. Trying to enjoy the music, trying to dance. But how can you enjoy yourself when everyone feels stiff? I mean, that whole room was feeling mad stiff for no reason.
Like,
but
we
I won't
can't
even
even
say
get a
for no
head
reason because the cause is probably Max dancing. And in another clip, Lil Baby was asking if Max was drunk.
I could understand.
I'm not drunk, gang. I'm having a good time. Be like that.
Let's be real though. Is this not Dickie? This crossing Dickie the lines. You see someone enjoying themselves and your first thing is to ask if they're drunk? That's overly glazed. And this even went as far as Lil Baby telling him he was ruining the beat because he was dancing.
Hold on. What you mean I'm fucking? What you mean I'm beat up?
It like depending on like how you come approach something.
All
You
right.
approaching them like that.
How I gotta approach this? Okay. How I gotta approach this?
Fine, Tony.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, all right, this is just getting a little too corny. I'm not even gonna hold you. The stiff movement shit I was saying earlier is back in effect because why can't a nigga dance a little bit? I know the emote Will Max be spamming is definitely a sign he got the tism, but hey, at least he's not scared to express that. All jokes aside, Max
I could understand. My fault, DH. I keep pausing you, bro. You really be locked in. Like, you really giving me so that info, you know, that unemployment, like that. You just giving me vibes all the time. But I gotta say, you go sit there and tell somebody, oh, you messing up the beat by dancing like that, brother. You was sitting in a chair like these. You weren't making a noise. You weren't bopping your head, nothing. So what do you mean he messing up the beat? Brother, you weren't even paying, it felt like you weren't even paying attention to the beat. The beat was low-key hard. I would need to hear somebody actually, I need to hear the whole beat to know that it actually is hard for real. But like, if the beat was even mediocrely hard, if it's a 6.5 out of 10, and you not even a little, nothing, no face, no nothing, you just sitting there. It looked like a teacher grading a test for a student that's failing the class.
did get a little bit of get back for all the violating Lil Baby was doing because he tried to dap him up because Lil Baby read a sentence.
That's some
About the
goddamn.
producer?
Yeah, that's some
Yeah,
goddamn
like,
slave.
that's deep.
I bet.
Legal hunter catch game and fish on land that is not one's own and country bitch and official.
Yeah.
Nigga, you trying to dap me up for reading, nigga?
Nah, I'm bad. I'm not gonna lie, gang. I'm wildin'. I'm gonna keep it buck. I'm wildin'. That was disrespectful. That was disrespectful, gang. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm wildin'. OD. Nah, this a whole different term. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, even the first one.
Yo. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think Lil Baby could read for real. I would have did the same thing. But see, I would have known better than to do that in that moment where my people aren't around us. If it's a friend group and like y'all got that one friend that like don't be around that often, he pop in, or y'all around somebody new, but it's like 4 y'all and then them, then you dap them up, then it's funny, right? Because it's a joke and everybody knows you're joking, right? But you could be like, my fault, I was trolling, right? But if you're in a room with their people and you're the odd man out, it is kind of you're riding that line, buddy.
At least
Now I'm gonna keep it real. It was funny as shit, but that was crazy to say. I'm not even gonna hold you. That was genuinely some low-key disrespectful stuff. And I'm surprised Lil Baby ain't harp on it too much. But I want to take it back to the whole scamming thing because there's obviously more I want to show you guys. Apparently niggas put 10 bands up for a basketball 1v1. And guess what Lil Baby did? Not pay out and tried to go double for nothing.
this nigga is a scammer, mind you. He wasn't even shooting his own.
Double the 10, max 20. You would've won 30. You lost 10.
Hold on, gang. What the fuck is she talking about? What? So we was at 10.
We at 10.
We doubled the 10 to go to 20. If I win, it went to 20. If I lose, it go to 0.
Nah,
so right now we even.
Nah, y'all both hit, so they like double up.
Nah, hell no. Hey, this nigga running some 4X scheme on the nigga.
4X scheme facts. No, bro. If you say double or nothing, that means either I get double the bread or I get nothing. We, as in you and me, not as in French, as in we baguette. No, as in you and me, we. We get nothing, right? Either it doubles my amount or my amount goes back to 0. That's what double or nothing is. It's in the name. Double or nothing. That's like talking about a 1v1. A 1v1 is not a 1v2. It's a one person versus a one person. It's in the name.
And the thing is, he didn't even know how double or nothing worked. He was talking about double the 10 and it makes 30. As in, you add 20 to the previously 110. And this is why Max was trying to...
There's no way you're from where you claim you're from and you don't know this. Unless you just wasn't hooping for real. Unless you just wasn't playing sports. Which is also a possibility. I seen his jumper. It is a possibility. But if you were... Gang, come on. You know better than that.
dap him up for reading, because how you don't know how double or nothing works? That was slow. But I'm not gonna lie, none of this stuff compares to the fact that Lil Baby was likely trying not to have Max on the credits list so that Max wouldn't be eligible to receive a percentage of the revenue from the song they were making. And then the clip they have to prove this makes it so clear.
Turn my focus up on them part.
What'd you say?
Turn my focus up a little bit.
Alright, I got you.
J-Rich, why you ain't doing it?
Nah, he is doing it. You can do it.
You doing it, nigga.
He
Why you doing it, nigga?
And it's like, come on, dude, it's obvious. That's when I said this nigga was definitely trying to get one over on Max. Even if your preferred word choice isn't scamming, what do you call this? He won half of the stream revenue, was apparently avoiding rapping, and then he doesn't even want Max to help engineer the song. Did I mention he also walked out when recording the song?
Why that? You gotta change my tone. Why be trapping on no Samsung? Me when they made a whole I ain't on beat. Every time y'all put me back in, it's on a different tune.
I won't lie, I don't even know if this is the correct clip of him walking out. I actually went to the stream to find out for myself, and I can't find where they took this clip. But just know he walked out after making a half-baked song. And ignore the clickbait caption. I don't know why these TikTok clippers want to bag that bad, but I'm 90% sure it's making a half-baked.
Lil Baby walked out on Plaqueboymax stream despite getting paid $100K after they put outdated auto-tune for him. Yo, these clip pages are just out of pocket, dude. They just say anything.
Song. And ignore the clickbait caption. I don't know why these TikTok clippers want to bag that bad, but I'm 90% sure Max did not pay him $100K. The thing with this whole Lil Baby and Plaqueboymax stream is that Lil Baby isn't even an artist that generates much buzz for real. So for him to ask for half the stream revenue and being real stingy with letting Max engineer, it's just goofy. I can respect recognizing one's worth, but you also got to recognize what others can give when you're going on their platform. And also, you should not be trying to negotiate a contract you are never seeing. But honestly, this whole thing could have just been avoided by being chill off the hood dudes. It's just within their nature to be moving like this. So you should just avoid them when it comes to the business aspect of streaming. Because Lil Baby,
I want to see Plaqueboymax with like Don Tolliver. Let me get Plaqueboymax with Rod Wave. Let me get Plaqueboymax with Uzi, right? Let me get Plaqueboymax with Sofego, right? Let me get Plaqueboymax with somebody actually that I think can formulate a coherent sentence where if I saw them in broad daylight and I passed them, we could have a 5-second conversation if they weren't being swarmed by people. Where I think they could coherently sit in an interview and answer questions about themselves. With Lil Baby used to be hard. Back when Lil Baby was hungry, back when Lil Baby was first popping, Lil Baby was OD. They say Gunna wrote his bars. I don't care if Gunna wrote his bars. He still had to say, he still had to rap them. And them songs was hard. His music don't feel the same no more. I don't feel the hunger. I don't feel the love. I don't feel the passion in it anymore, right? It's part of the game. It happens. But the way he presented himself in this was just really, 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 really bad across the entire stream. And if those were his homeboys in the background and they weren't really holding him like, they weren't kind of trying to guide. The one light skin bro, he was trying to keep things like even keeled and whatnot. But like, I don't understand what was going on with everything else. I don't know.
We try to talk business. It just wasn't in a language that could be understood. That's all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. Join my membership. Join my Discord. I do want that shit to be active. I'm out though. Y'all be easy. Bye-bye.
DH just be DH be dropping bangers. I'd be feeling some sort of way about every single one of these. Golly. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Lil Baby out of pocket for that. You gotta do better. Max put somebody with some R&B. Get you a Brent Faiyaz. You know what I'm saying? Get you a Brent Faiyaz. Get you somebody in the R&B niche or somebody. I want to say Tory Lanez, but Tory Lanez is in jail and there's all the drama behind him. But give me somebody that has that kind of vocal range, right? Where they can do trap, they can do some really hard rapping. They can also do some vibes. So like I said, if you can get Rod Wave in the stew, get Rod Wave in the stew. Shows go. That would go. They don't know. You know how crazy that would go? Because Rod Wave was experimenting with his flow on his last album. Imagine what he would do alongside Plaqueboymax. Come on. You can't tell me you ain't listening to it. You can't tell me you ain't tuning in. You can't tell me the vibes. I think that would actually be funny. I think they would low-key be funny together. I already know him and Uzi would vibe well. I think him and Sofego will vibe well. Honestly, even rapper-wise, I would rather, I'm not going, this is going to sound a little crazy because it might be a little bit more risky, but I would rather see him on there with Young Nudie. Somebody like that. Because like, I feel like at least it would be more interesting. Maybe it's just me. Nudie might be similarly problematic. But I've seen Nudie in interviews and he's funny, right? He's funny. He could take a joke. He can give a joke. And he's pretty like dialed in for the most part. I don't know, but or go completely like singer-esque, right? Get you what's her name? My brain is selling me so hard right now. Just heck, if you could get Adele on a track, I know it's not gonna happen, but like somebody in that stratosphere of singer or somebody with that level of vocal range, and even if you just rap and she just, sings the chorus, right? Or she has her verse or whatever, and you just show some crazy range that you have. I think that would be much better content, honestly. And you would tap into a base that really doesn't really know much about you, but they're like, hold on, we feel favorable towards this artist because they did a collab with this person. It was actually a very fun, very interesting. We got to see a side of our artists that we don't usually get to see. They were more down to earth. They were more relatable. They were more just vibey. That makes sense to me. That would be wavy for real.